Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I'm Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you. How are you, and how is your Thursday going? I need to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Let's see who's out here. Morgan, hello. Hello, Tammy S. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Kim. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Deborah. Hello, Gayleen. Happy to be joining you all. I'm happy you're here too. Hello, April. Hello, Melinda. Hi, Mary. Yay, I'm so glad you could join the live again too. Margaret says, good afternoon. Glad to catch up with you all. Hello, Margaret. Hi, Brandy. Happy Friends Thursday to you too. Hello, Robin. Thank you, Tammy. It's another Maker Valley shirt. I thought it appropriate to wear it after the 4th of July. I hope all you guys had a good weekend, by the way. Nancy, hello. Hello, Valeria. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Jenny. So glad you are here. Hello, Martha. Hello, Carrie. This is your first time joining the live stream and so excited to see all the fun and exciting projects. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad you're here. And I hope I have a few projects to share, not as much. I've fallen so far behind in so many things. And today it was kind of bumming me out, I'll be honest with you, because I was getting stuff together for the live stream. And I was like, I really miss sharing, stuff. So I hope to be able to catch up on some of that. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Sarah D. Hello, Teresa. You must have bought all the cool ones when I went there, all sold out. So this one came back. This was like a separate purchase. I think the first time I got 2 when there was the sale going on. And then they brought this one back. This is like an older shirt that Maker Valley did. And then it was gone for a while. And they brought it back. And I don't know if it's still out there or not. But I thought it was kind of cool. Bunch of quilt blocks to make the flag. I like it. Valeria, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Valeria. Number 1 fan. Thank you. That was so kind of you. Martha says, so cute, your t-shirt. I'm new here too. Hello, Laura. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I like seeing new faces here. And I like seeing all of the regular faces come back too. I'm in Arizona visiting my BFF, and tomorrow we are going to the attic store. Ooh. Well, I'm glad that you are visiting your BFF. That is fun. I hope you guys are doing fun stuff. Hello, Carla. Hello, Susan. Quilting as I watch today. First time actually being able to watch live. I'm so glad you're here too. Hello, Deanna from beautiful NC. I'm working on the Bonnie and Camille Shine On cross stitch, and I see that you have completed it. I did. Let me see if I can grab it quick. It's right here. I did complete it. Here it is. I still have to get it hung up. But I searched on Amazon, and I found this frame that fit it, because it's kind of a different finish size. And so it's hard to find a frame that fit it. And so what is this? Oh, it doesn't even say what the size is. I wish I knew. But this is it. I loved stitching this one. So I hope you are enjoying it, Carrie, because this was a really fun stitch. I really had fun with this one. And I'm doing the block of the month too, although I've fallen behind. But I feel that if I just have a good weekend of being able to do those blocks for the block of the month, that I'm going to be caught up in no time. So watch out, Sam. I'm coming to get you. I just need to find a weekend, and then you better watch out. So this is the stitch, and I really enjoyed stitching that one. It was a lot of fun. So I hope you're liking it too. Deborah says, I've been noticing you are getting out there. More people are talking about Happy Little Stitch Shop. Really? Tell me more about that, because I feel like I have not been out there as much lately because I've been so busy. And so I'm really, really out of the loop on things. And thankfully, some of you have been keeping me in the loop on certain things that have been going on in the community, which I really appreciate because I just have not had time to kind of be out there seeing what's going on in our community because I've been filling orders and cutting kits and trying to stay on top of stuff that's going on with the shop. I haven't even had a lot of time to stitch or sew. So please share any information out there that you guys feel I need to know about. Turned out so pretty, says Deborah. Oh, I love that. I am doing the block of the month too. I'm a month behind, but we'll catch up soon. Yeah, I think I'm 2 months behind. And we're doing a quilt along for the block of the month through our happy little stitch shop. And so one of my friends who is quilting along with us, she was a customer but became a friend, Sam, she and I kind of always go back and forth on trying to beat each other. We're always like the last day of the month trying to finish our blocks, or the last weekend of the month trying to finish our blocks. And now she's pulled ahead by 2 months. And so I have to catch her again. Sandy, hi, I'm very hot and muggy, South Dakota, heading back to Washington tomorrow. Very excited to be able to catch the live. Welcome, Sandy. It is actually chilly here. Like today, I have pants on. And I dressed my little one, my daughter, in pants and she in a short sleeve shirt. And then she got chilly and she wanted a little sweater on. I think it's only in the 60s here. And the sun is not shining. It's overcast and like 69. It's like bordering 69 or 70 is supposed to be the high today. So it's a very, it was so hot the last few days. And then it got very chilly today. The shop is getting out there. I've heard on Flosstubes, and I've heard one friends with guilds, and I have been telling them about you, and some of my friends joined Lori's club. Yay! I love it. The word of mouth that you guys are doing, you have no idea how much that helps, especially when I'm so busy that I don't get to get out there and post. I'm trying to make a concerted effort to post because I feel like when I don't post, I really miss you guys. Like it's kind of crazy, but I miss connecting with you guys in that way. If I'm here in the shop and I just have my head down and I'm trying to crank stuff out as much as I can, then I don't feel connected to you. And even though the connections that I have made with people and with customers has been the biggest surprise of doing this, of being on this journey, I was not expecting that. And I've said that kind of a cajillion times before, but I was not expecting the connections that I have made with people, which has been a real blessing, like a positive thing. But when I'm not out there kind of interacting with you guys, then I feel isolated and like really out of the loop. And I find that I miss kind of connecting with you guys. So I'm trying to make a concerted effort to like, I've set a timer on my phone to try to post more regularly so that I'm kind of connecting with you guys a little bit more. So I'm trying to do better about that. And we have other stuff that we're working on to try to free my plate a little bit, open it up a little bit more so then I can focus on more of the stuff that needs more of my attention. So this is good to hear. So your word of mouth, it helps so much. So I really, really appreciate that, Deborah. Thank you so much. Shout, I'm trying to get on Flosstube. I will shout out to you all the time. Oh, thank you. I'll take, I know, Sandy, I bet you will. When it's really hot, oh my gosh, it's kind of a nice change. I'm making chicken and dumplings for dinner tonight because of how chilly it is. Right, Elizabeth? Is it chilly up there where you are too? Yeah, Wisconsin is chilly today. I don't mind it. Kind of those chilly summer days it's kind of a nice break. Today, it actually crossed my mind like, oh, today's the type of day that I want to have a quilt on me and be binding a quilt because it made me look forward to a little bit, although I'm not quite there yet, but look forward to a little bit those chilly fall and winter nights when you can just kind of snuggle in and do some stitching or some sewing and have kind of a calmer schedule. I don't know. So yeah, it's chilly in Wisconsin. I am sewing my treetops for Let It Snow. Yay, Vita. Was the video helpful? Tell me what you thought about the video. Did you watch it? And was it helpful? Sam, you're here. I did get the shirt. Don't you have this one? I thought you said you had this one. Maybe that was a different one. We do kind of have the same taste, but I did get it when they brought it back. And I think it might have been on sale the day that I got it. I'm not mad about the way. Yeah, me either, Elizabeth. I feel the same way. You all can come visit Steamy Delaware 98. No, I don't miss that. I love being in a location that I get to experience all 4 seasons. Now, some of them I could probably ditch out a little bit early, some of the seasons, but I like having change and having 4 seasons to kind of look forward to. 93 in Arkansas, that's hot. All of a sudden, the sky has gotten very stormy looking here in Southwest Ohio. It's a bit cooler here than it has been the last few days. Really? I love a good storm, a safe storm, nothing that's going to be too, do any damage or anything, but I do like a nice storm. Video is very helpful. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. It's very windy though the hurricane is about, oh, that's not fun. Sarah D, the holiday was cool here. Now we are getting storm prep for, oh, you're going through that too. I'm far enough north. It will just be windy and rainy, but an inside day and chance of no power. Ugh. Well, that's not fun. Hello from Surprise, Arizona. Hello, Nancy. Hey, you're Valeria's BFF that she's visiting. Nancy and Valeria. I am so glad you guys are together, and I hope you're doing some sewing or some stitching, and I hope that you're having fun catching up with each other. How nice. Nancy, I'm struggling with upside down directional fabric. Yes. Me too. That whole time putting together these trees. Some of them work out and some of them don't. Like, I don't know. I just gave in and I was like, I'm all right with it. I just got to let it go and really love the trees where the directional fabric worked out. But yes, I was struggling with that too, Nancy. 81 in South Carolina. I love the seasons also. Me too. OMG, I could not figure how to cut my rectangles by reading the pattern. The video is so clear. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. That's really helpful for me to know, because when I'm doing those videos, I mean, I don't have to go over this again and again with you guys, but I always doubt myself. And so when I'm doing those videos, I'm sitting there like, I hope I'm doing this right. I mean, I hope I'm not telling everybody how to do it incorrectly. And that it makes sense, because just because something makes sense in my brain doesn't mean that it's coming across in a way that makes sense. And so I'm glad that it was helpful. I'm glad. Seasons, what is that? Says Tammy. Gayleen, your video was so helpful. It made me more confident in the cutting, especially the reverse triangles. Oh, good. I am not quite there yet, but I'm rewatching it as I go. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. With you doing all the work, it has to be hard to keep up. I hope you got a little break through the 4th. You have been doing a great job with everything. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Brandy. I did, and I will be honest. So we went away for the 4th weekend, and we're able to get together with family, some of whom we have not seen for years due to the pandemic, or some of my nieces and nephews are in college, and so schedules are always hectic when you're in college, and some holidays are a hit and some holidays are a miss, and so you just don't get to see everybody all together all the time. That's just the way that it is right now. And so we were able to get together with family, and when we decided to go, I was like having a small panic attack, like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be here to get stuff done, and we're going to be gone for a couple days. And granted, it was a holiday, so I couldn't get any mail out anyway, even if I wanted to, because nothing was running. But my husband and my mom, they were like, you need to get away. You need to have a little break. You just need to get away for a couple days. Everything will be here when you get back. But then I was like, I know, but then instead of it being like a small mountain of work, it will be like a big mountain of work, because I won't be here staying on top of stuff. But I will say it was very nice to kind of especially to see family and to get together with family, and to get my kids out of the house, like, and just, it was our first outing since November of 2019. It was our first time kind of leaving, going on a trip longer than maybe an hour away and going to like visit family. And so it was really good for them to get away and be in a different environment and see their cousins. They had so much fun hanging out with their cousins. And so it was very, very good. It was good. But then I was rejuvenated and happy to be back and kind of dive back into stuff. And I've got a decent amount of stuff to share with you today. Not as much as I usually do, but a decent amount. Is that lawnmower too loud? I have the windows open today because it's so cool. But if it's too loud, I can shut the window. So thank you for saying that, Brandy. I really appreciate that. We did have a nice break. It was good to get away. Had pouring rain July 4th, and so safe fireworks that night. Oh, and I confess it made the pattern so clear I cannot read. Oh, well, that's good, Vita. I'm glad that it helped then. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. So thank you. We love the videos. I'm not doing the last video so long, but I watch it. Your tiny pig. Oh, good, Carla. Thank you. I am working on I'll share it with you later. But I'm working on adding to my collection. I love these pillows. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. I didn't get this kit. I thought I signed up. The tree, the Let It Snow kit. I'll have to look. Valeria. If you signed up, for sure, you got an invoice. So if you didn't get a kit, but I'll have to look and see if one got shipped to you. Hi, Tana, Montana. Little late, but glad I am able to join the live. Me too. Melinda, I'm glad you took family time away. You deserve a break. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Melinda. Martha, that's great. You chose to get away. Family time is so important. Don't feel bad. We have families too and understand. Thank you, Martha. I appreciate that. So I do apologize for not being as prompt as I would typically be, but I kind of purposely took a break. Hello, Amparo. No hablo inglés. Muy poco español. Not very much. I'm working on the reindeer right now. Good stuff came Tuesday. Happy little stitch up needle minder and needle hide. Oh, good, Margaret. Agreed. You did need to get away. I'm sure all of us ladies can wait on our stuff. I'm behind on my stuff and sure others are too. So I am a big supporter of you getting some time off. Well, thank you. Now the kids would like to try to get in a family getaway before the end of summer, which as my oldest daughter is getting older, because, oh my gosh, she's going to be a freshman in high school next year. How did that happen? Like, I seriously am in a little bit of shock about that. So stuff is really picked up for her. Like, she's involved in so much stuff this summer, and she's like, there's just a lot going on with her. And so it's going to be tricky as these next few years happen to find a time where everybody can get away together. So I really do want to take advantage of that, because I feel like in about 4 years, I'm going to be a hot mess when my oldest goes away to school. And I can tell you that I will be crying on this live stream weekly for a long time. Deborah, did snowballs for sale come in? So yes, the chart is here. I am waiting on floss. So the floss, I thought it would have shipped by now, but it hasn't. Usually when they ship it, it comes to me in a day because I order it from a place that's in Wisconsin. So it usually gets here pretty quickly, but I'm waiting for the floss to be able to make up the kits. And then I will post everything together. And for anybody who's in the Stitchin' with Lori Club, you guys will get an email with a link to say that everything's out there, and you guys will be the first to know. That would be a fun trip. They grow so fast, says Brandy. They sure do. Hello, Deborah. I'm so glad you're here vacationing at the beach, watching as Elsa is making herself known here. Hope to watch to the end. If not, I will watch tomorrow. You're at the beach. That's awesome. You need to take that time, says Sandy. I'm glad that we did. And hopefully we can fit in some other fun things before summer flies by and it's gone. Okay, so I have been busy this week and I have tried to jump back into getting stuff done. I know just how you feel. I had a panic attack about how fast my 4 kids are growing. So we planned so many trips this summer. Oh, well, that's good. How old are your kids, Margaret? I feel like, I don't know. So our plan originally, we really wanted to soak up as many like family trips as we could and try to fit in as many as we could with the kids while they were here. Although it's very hard to afford some of that stuff. And so that's why we have a camper and we try to camp everywhere we go to make it more affordable. But our goal was to try to do long trips like out east or out west or visit, the Grand Canyon and like all of these uh, beautiful places in America that we would like for the kids to be able to see. And so our plan was to do one every other year, like save up and every other year try to take a bigger trip to enjoy. And we have been, let's see, on exactly 2. My oldest is 14, so we've missed 5. If we do one every other year, and let's say, okay, so my middle 4, my quadruplets are 10. And so the first couple years with them were a little hairy. So let's say, no, my quadruplets are 12. Oh my gosh. So let's say the first couple years was a little hairy for them. We couldn't go anywhere. So that leaves 10 years. We've done 2 trips, so we've missed 3. Tammy, thank you so much. Tammy says, thank you for the super chat. You are amazing. Thank you for everything you do for us. I love how you consider us your family too. Aw, that is so nice, Tammy. Thank you. So we have missed a number of trips. And of course, throwing COVID in there didn't really help. And so we got a lot of trips to catch up on that we were hoping to have done by now. Margaret says, hello, Tracy. I'm so glad you're here. Margaret says they are 12, 9, 6, and my youngest just turned 4. Oh, we are campers for sure, right? With those bigger families, you just have to camp. I mean, if we were to go stay at a hotel, we would have to get like a suite or 2 rooms or something. We couldn't all fit in one. So we hope to be able to get some of these trips in before my kids start flying the nest. Soak it up. They aren't kidding when they say it flies. I feel that. I feel very aware of how fleeting the time is. So I hope to soak up more of it. So we had fun, and I hope you guys had a fun 4th too. I hope you guys were able to get together. My oldest is now 27 and youngest is 21. Oh my gosh. I can't handle it. Okay, so what have I been working on? I didn't even make notes. I have a great giveaway to give away today. Remember, we're going to do a drawing at the end for this beautiful bag that Serenity Puffenberger made and donated to us to be able to give away. So thank you so much, Serenity. It's gorgeous. Look at that. It's so pretty. So we're going to be drawing for this at the end of the live stream today and giving that away. Tammy, my boys are 20 and 20. Oh, look at you 2. Kids are pretty close to the same age. I've also been catching up. So I've been working on snowballs for sale to get that ready to go so that I can get it out to you guys as soon as it gets here, as soon as all those supplies get here. It's so pretty. It's so nice of her to make it and donate it. She sent me an email and she said, do you care if I donate some bags for giveaway? And I was like, no, that would be great. And so she sent him to me, which was so nice for her. So thank you, Serenity. So I am working on vintage Christmas kits. I've been working on that. I have been having fun with the Stitching with Lori Facebook group and the Stitching with Lori Elfster page, connecting with you guys on there. So that's been fun. Vintage Christmas kits are getting close for the next batch. So it's getting close. And I hope to be in touch. Gosh, I mean, of course it hasn't helped this week that my husband has had travel for work. And so it's just made life a little crazier. And so I have been very disrupted with shop work because I have to run kids here or there or wherever. So vintage Christmas kits, I hope to be coming soon. If not this weekend, then next week, I hope. But what else have I done? This is what I worked on a little bit over the 4th. I was going to sew this applique down. I was going to machine applique. But then I really wanted to work on it over the 4th. And since we were going to be gone, I thought, well, I'll just take it with me and I'll hand applique it. So I've started to hand applique it. So all of these pieces are sewn down, and I'm working on this one right here. And then I plan to frame it and hang it up. This isn't just going to be a 4th of July piece for me. I feel like this is going to be a summer piece for me. That's how I feel. Or maybe an all year round piece, who knows, but for sure for summer. So I'm looking forward to getting that finished and framed and hung up because that's one of my favorites. And block 4 for the remix. Let's just take a peek at that beauty. I haven't made mine yet, but I am looking forward to making it, and I have an idea for it. Let's see if we can make it come together. But this is Lori's Remix Block 4. It's pretty darn cute. I like it. And I really like when she added the border. I really like how it looked when she added some of the borders. I think she was talking about turning hers into a pillow. I'm not going to do that, but I'm planning to do something different with it. I just got to get it done. But this is Remix Block 4, and so the kits are done, and they're in the shop. For this one, you need one Autumn Love shape, which if you're keeping up with Remix, you already have the Autumn Love shapes, and you need Cozy Christmas. So the Cozy Christmas shapes are in the shop, and the fabric bundle is in the shop, if anybody is doing this with us. So that I'm looking forward to diving into. Then let's see. Tammy says, I've been in a slump. I need to get back into the groove. Yeah, I can relate to that a little bit. I think for me, part of it is just so much to do that then it becomes not just, oh, I'm going to sit down and kind of relax and stitch a little, or I'm going to sit at my sewing machine and, just sew for a bit. Now it becomes, oh my gosh, I have to get this done because I've got to move on to the next thing. And there becomes this urgency to it. And this, like I have to work all day doing stuff. And so I can't just have other people do it and sit and sew or sit and stitch. So yeah, I understand being in a slump. I feel like time away helped a little bit. And so I am anxious to get back to stuff and to get back to jumping into stuff. You are a sweetie for doing that. Love your work, says Brandy to Serenity. It was so nice of her to do. Please don't forget to save my remix block to be sent with my, I gotcha, Deborah. Have you seen Huckleberry's version, how she finished? I did see it. Huckleberry posted, I think she posted it to Instagram, her finished block 3. She posted it to Instagram and she shared it on our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group. And it was so cute. She did such a great job. I loved it. I love that block though. I mean, it's just, I love it. So yes, I did see Huckleberries. It was very, very cute. Hats. That's so sad. I wish you had time to do what you enjoy. I know. I think we'll get there. It's like I was describing to my husband, like right now, and this is what you want to have happen in business. Like it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. But we've hit a bump where, I can't do it by myself anymore. And so now we're in the mindset of, okay, what do we do? What's next to get over this bump and kind of get back? And then hopefully, if we're lucky, fingers crossed, we'll hit another bump in a little bit. And then we'll have to adjust and figure out where to go from there. So that's the hope. I mean, we want it to keep going and we want to keep growing, and you're going to hit bumps in the road a long way. So right now we're just at a little bit of a bump and we'll get over it for sure. We just have to figure out what that looks like. So I like bumps in the road when you're building a business. So keep getting us to those next bumps. We like it. Oh, that's okay, Deborah. It turns into a chore instead of being fun, and you can't let that happen. It has to stay fun and relaxing. It totally does. And I feel like we will get back there. I for sure will get back there. But it's a good problem to have. So I'm not complaining. I'm really happy about it. Now we just have to react to it and figure out, like, this is where we hoped we would be. And so this is good. And now we hope that we'll be here someday soon. And so we'll get over this bump, and then we'll start working towards getting to the next bump in the road. I love to camp and relax and just take one small project to work on if I have a moment. Yes, I agree, Carla. It's my block 4. I'm just waiting for the other stuff to come in to ship all together. Oh, yes. Yep. I wish I lived closer, says Vita. Yes, exactly. Huckleberry is awesome. She sure is. I love Huckleberry. I live in Indiana. I would drive to you and volunteer to be your assistant. Me too, says Tammy. Yeah, we will totally figure it out. We've got some ideas brewing and some more fun ideas that, I feel like if we get over this hump, then we can offer more fun stuff that I'm really excited to offer. We have to get there. So these are good things though. Okay, what else am I working on? Oh, you guys, guess what? This is kind of a surprise because I didn't do any reservations for this. And I have some surprise cross-stitch stuff too. And I have a nice giveaway for today. I kind of bundled some stuff up. So there's going to be a nice giveaway. And I like to just sit here and pet fabric. How do you feel about that? Okay, so this I didn't do a reservation for. So this is a little bit of a surprise. This is Happy Days by Sherry and Chelsea. Look at this. It is so pretty. This one, the bag ripped when it was shipped. And so I can actually flip through this fabric for you because it's not bundled up, which is the side. Yeah. So let me see if I can show you. Look at like that. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. And that, and this striped one. So I don't have the whole collection in the shop, but I have pre-cuts in the shop. And I'm kind of, if I'm being honest, kicking myself a little bit that I didn't get this collection because I feel like it's lovely. But so many pretty fabrics here. And the navies, it's kind of like a slate navy, like a dusty navy. It's very, very pretty. Oh, I'm kind of kicking myself. I should maybe see if I can get some yardage because this is pretty. So we have fat quarter bundles. I have a few fat quarter bundles. I have charm packs of Happy Days in the shop. And I have layer cakes of Happy Days in the shop. So these are all in the shop listed. I tried to crank those out and get them in there today before I got on here with you guys. Oh, that's so pretty, says Tammy. You just love to tempt us. Tammy, maybe you and I should get together and drive and volunteer to help in whatever way we can. Just a thought. We love you, Angela. Thank you. I'm good though. Like, we have some plans in place. It'll be good. But if I ever need like somebody to maybe help out, be like an administrator of a page or something, that might be helpful to kind of, post fun stuff every once in a while to kind of engage the community. Love Happy Days, says Joan. So pretty. It is pretty. Okay, so I've got those in the system. The other collection that I have gotten listed in the system, which took me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, is Christmas Adventure by Beverly Mccullough. It is so cute. So here we have charm packs in the shop. We also have fat quarter bundles in the shop. And then I pulled a few bolts of fabric because it's so darling. Yeah. So this is the ornament fabric in Waterfall is the name of this color. I think I showed it to you last week in Smoothie Green or Green Smoothie. And this one is Waterfall. It's so lovely. So for any of you who are doing Beverly's Christmas Adventure Row quilt, I think she's starting her so long at the end of this month, and that's going to be through Beverly with Flamingo Toes. So I had a few questions. People reached out to me and said, how do I sign up for your quilt along? I'm not doing that one as a quilt along, but Beverly is. And so just check out Flamingo Toes on Instagram, and she should have a link there that you can check out her blog, and you can figure out what you need to know for that. But this is Christmas Adventure. Yardage is all listed in the shop. That's Ornaments Waterfall. And I think I showed this one to you guys last week in the red. This is Phrases. And this one is in green. And it's really pretty. Like, I would love this for a backing. For a Christmas backing. Oh, maybe I should put it this way. It's so pretty. The red is pretty. There, it comes in white with multicolors on it. That one's really pretty. And then the green is pretty too. And then I love this print. It's Argyle. This one is called Scarlet, I think. Yeah. Argyle in Scarlet. It's so pretty. Such a cute binding. Oh my gosh. I love it. And I'm working on the Joy boxes. So those are going to ship this month. So if you're waiting on your Joy box, those will ship this month. You don't need to be invoiced for them or anything like that. Anybody who has bought one, that's the full price. It's all paid for. So then all you'll get is an email with shipping notification and a tracking number, and your boxes will be on the way. So keep an eye out for that this month. Did you see the quilt on our page yesterday? The sweater quilt that was the tester I did for the pattern for Beverly, Tammy, the sweater quilt. Oh, she used Bev's line. Oh, I don't think I saw it. That would be a great backing. I love it. I love that Phrases too. I'm going to have to go back and look, Tammy. I saw your quilt that you did, that you were a tester for. It looked great. It was very, very good. I loved it. And I love the fabrics you picked for it. They were pretty cool. Okay, then, as you know, we are doing a Let It Snow quilt along. I didn't pull the... Oops. So this quilt is what we are making for Let It Snow quilt along with Happy Little Stitch Shop. We are in week 2. We are making this entire quilt in 4 weeks, which I'm kind of excited about, to have a quick finish mixed in there with all of the other stuff. And so last week we made the tree trunks, and this week I just posted on Tuesday. It was late Tuesday, but I got it in on Tuesday. I just posted week 2 where we're working on the tree tops. So I thought I would share with you some of the tree tops. I have more tree tops to make, but I'll share with you the ones that I have done. Oh, that's so exciting, Tammy. I love it. Will you let us know when wide backs are in for Let It Snow? I sure will. So here's the latest that I heard for wide backs for Let It Snow. They are delayed until August. So I just heard from Riley Blake Designs. I sent out an update to let people know, which I really appreciate, getting those updates when anything's been pushed back a little bit. And Let It Snow wide backs have been pushed back to August. So that's when we can kind of aim for to expecting them. That doesn't guarantee that they're not going to be pushed back again, but right now at this moment in time, that's what the ETA is for those. And then also some wide backs that were pushed back to August are the Stitch wide backs by Lori Holt. So those are pushed back just a tish because those are due this month. So that's I wouldn't even really count that as a delay, but the wide backs for Stitch won't be coming with the rest of the collection. They'll be coming a little bit later. Your tree on Instagram was fabulous, says Carla. Okay, so here's what they look like. Yeah, because, well, I don't know if I'm going to use wide backs for this. I think I might use the So here's one. These are all my big trees. So we're making small, medium, and large trees. So this is my large. There's one. I think this one might be one of my favorites, actually. There's this one. They're so cute. And next week, we're going to make the house. And so I'm excited about that. If anybody wants to jump in, we still do have kits available in the shop. It's called It Snow Quilt Kit. This one I thought was kind of cute too. My directional fabric ended up the right way. But it's a lot of fun to make, and it's going pretty smoothly, knock on wood. It's going pretty smoothly. So I'm happy about that. And this week is really when we're doing the bulk of the quilt. The bulk of the quilt falls to this week. Then I feel like week 3 and 4 won't be too bad. But this week there's a chunk to do this week, but it goes quickly. It's not like a chunk that it's not a ton of, tiny piecing. It's just see, this one didn't turn out directionally right. But I feel like I'm just going to live with that. But it's very manageable. It's not a ton of tiny piecing. It's really nice to throw in a quilt that just is easy and quick, and you can have fun making it and then have a finish before you know it. It's good. So those are all of my trees, and I think that they're kind of fun. Your points are perfect and on point. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Adorable tree, says Brandy. If I wanted to purchase Minky Shannon, would 2 yards be enough? Or do I need 3 yards? I saw that you have Aqua Minky in your shop, which would be beautiful. I do have Aqua Minky. I have both. I have 2 kinds of Aqua Minky. I have dimpled and not dimpled. And I've used the dimpled on my little one's quilt that I made her. And it's really lovely. It's really lovely. Like my older kids are like, can you make another quilt with the Minky on the back? Which I might for like a couch quilt, it would be, and it would look nice with this collection because the aqua in there is very pretty. I'd have to look. I'd have to like do some calculations for that, Vita. 2 yards be enough, or I need 3. I always feel like you should err on the bigger side with Minky, just because that's what I did when I did my little one's quilt. And it was my first time working with Minky. I washed it and dried it first, and then which I don't typically do with other fabrics, and I worked with a really big piece just because I was concerned that it would slip and slide all over. I had heard that people say that was a common occurrence. I didn't have a problem with that. Of course, I wasn't doing it on my domestic machine. I was doing it on the long arm, and so it went really smoothly. But I can get back to you about that, Vita. I'll do some calculations and figure out what would be a good size for you to have with maybe just a tish extra. Is there a pattern for the quilt along we could use for other fabric? Yes. It would show off fabrics. Yes, it totally does. Yes, I do have patterns. Jenny, if you message me, I can hook you up with one. Because I do have patterns. I kind of have them set aside for quilt kits, but I have a lot of patterns. And so I don't think I'm going to use them all for quilt kits. So I would be happy to put one out there for you if you would like one. Your trees are so cute, says Vita. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So that is a fun quilt along. I'm really happy we decided to do it. And I'm looking forward to more quilt alongs. Even though sometimes I feel like I don't have a lot of time to do it, I really do enjoy quilting along with you guys. And it keeps me on top of it. And so I really do enjoy it. Guiding Stars, I think, is the next one that's on our quilt along list. And of course, that's been delayed. And so our quilt along will likely be pushed back a little bit into the fall. I can email you the question about the Minky. Yes, that would be helpful because I just want to look at dimensions, and I don't have all the dimensions off the top of my head, but I can do the calculations and then just send you a quick email back. That is no problem. Okay, so that's really all I have for quilting stuff. Does anybody have any questions about quilting stuff? feel free to ask me and I will try to answer you if I can. Moda is catching up little by little, and it's not actually Moda. I don't want to give you guys the wrong impression. A lot of Moda collections are delayed, but it's not Moda. It's the manufacturer of the fabric overseas that is delayed. So Moda's kind of in the same boat that I'm in, where we don't have a lot of control over it. We just have to wait for the stuff to arrive. So little by little, they're catching up on stuff. So I'm hopeful that we'll get some more Moda collections in here at some point, and I can start getting stuff out to you guys. Deborah says, I'm doing scrap busters so I can join more so-longs. Oh, good. Better late than never. Hello, Kara. I'm so glad you were able to get on. When are we supposed to start the teacup quilt? Granny's Teacups is slated to start in October. So keep an eye out for quilt kit invoices at the end of September. That's the plan for that. So that's coming this fall too. And I don't have my list in front of me, but I'm also anxious to start planning some out into the new year, because we have some starting in January. So I'm anxious to see. The next round of collections should actually be coming when? Pretty soon. Maybe not till August. I don't know, but the next round of new releases will be coming soon. So I'm anxious to see those and have our new release party and kind of come up, start planning more stuff. The lenses for my glasses are on back. Yeah, Carla says it's not just fabric. The lenses for her glasses are on back order. I feel like everything. It's across industries. It's not just us. The one by Corioto is, yep. Roadside Harvest is the name of that one. We still have reservations available in the shop for that one. I did have to cap it, so whatever's left is left. But we're doing Roadside Harvest. That one is so cute. And you guys know that fall is my favorite season, and I don't have a fall quilt. And so I have been itching to make a fall quilt. And I think that Sam and I have an agreement to make Autumn Bill together at some point. I think I have that pattern, Autumnville, in the shop, and I think it's an adorable pattern, so I would love to make it. But that's on our list to make at some point. But in the meantime, Roadside Harvest is going to be, I think we're doing that this fall. I know that it's due in October or November. And that's going to be such a cute quilt. And it's a box kit. It's so cute. And we have more reservations for that in the shop. Have you decided when you want to start Merry and Bright? I have not decided that yet. But I see you guys getting your stuff for it, which every time I see it, I am so tickled by it. I will be honest with you. Every time I see like the yardage for different things, for the Merry and Bright, that follow the Merry and Bright or the Brightly pattern. So this is what the pattern that I'm going to use with Merry and Bright fabric. I think it's going to be gorgeous. I love it. And I can't wait to start it. I would really love to have it done by Christmas time. So, and I'm thinking starting it after the kids go back to school will be good. It'll be like, I think that'll be a good time. I'm always in the mood when the kids go back to school to start something fresh, because it's kind of like you're settling into a new routine, and I'm always in the mood to kind of start a new thing. So maybe then. I'm just pulling up Roadside Harvest because I wanted to show you guys. This is the Roadside Harvest quilt, and we're doing a quilt along for this one. Reservations are still available in the shop. This is going to feature the Cozy Up fabric collection by Corey Yoder. And what I love, okay, I really do love it. Oh, I really do love this. These pumpkins are not, they're pieced, but that fabric, it's not like you're piecing a bunch of teeny tiny squares to get that gingham effect. That's the fabric. That's just her fabric skews from her collection. She has that gingham print in her collection. So it'll make that a lot easier, I feel. So I'm excited about that. This will be super cute. I like it. I'm giddy about it, just talking to you guys about it. It'll be fun. Okay. Can you show us some of the kits you have available in the shop maybe next week? Yes. Yes, I can. Because I do have a bunch of kits left in the shop that I would like to get moving. So I would be happy to do that. Can you save me one of those patterns, please? Yes. Isn't it pretty? I mean, I could see myself making this. And so this is by Cluck Cluck Sew. And I also love her clover pattern. I really want to make that in a St. Patrick's Day, like greens and whites. And I also want to make it in a colorful one. But I could see myself making this many times using different collections. Okay. So that's what I know for quilting right now. And now let's move on to cross stitch. I don't have a lot to share with you for cross stitch because I have not gotten much stitching done this week. I got just a tish done on our flea market flowers. We are moving on. We did these first two flowers over here, and now we're moving on to these next two. So this little one right here, and then these two pretty ones right there. And I just got a border done. So I didn't get much done. Oops. Yeah. So I got the border for the next one done. And I'm anxious to jump into those flowers. So I'm really looking forward to finding more time for stitching and sewing. I really am, you guys. The other day I was like kind of sad because I miss having sewing time and stitching time. I really do. So I'm excited to be able to hopefully work over that hump and free up some sewing and stitching time to be able to be more of a part of the stitch alongs that we're doing. Okay, and then I'm working my way through some of these for my teeny tiny, teeny tiny pillows, Christmas style, vintage Christmas style. Look, I redid my Santa. I will do the other one too, so don't worry. That one's not going to go to waste. I will do the other one too, but I had to make another one for my pillow collection. So I just have to finish the face, and then I will be ready to cut this one, hopefully correctly this time. Can we all say a little prayer that I do it correctly this time? And hopefully I don't mess it up. And I love this fabric. Oh my gosh. You guys can totally see that sparkle, right? I love this fabric. Again, it's 25 count Lugana, and it's called Desert Opalescent. I love it. I feel like I will use it for many things. And then I haven't started yet, but I'm going to be working on this one for the next small pillow. So I'm going to finish up Santa. I'm going to do this one. And then my hope is to do another Christmas one yet this month. Maybe 2 Christmas ones this month if I can. I don't know. We'll see. I can't fit everything into my bag. Yes. Such a cute Santa. Okay. What are people saying? How's your mom doing, says Carla? Is she stitching anything? So my mom has fallen behind as well on stitching. They have been visiting family a little bit more. They have been working outside a little bit more. And so she hasn't been stitching as much, but she is participating in the Animal Stacks stitch along. And she's doing Glitter Village, and she's doing Main Street. But I don't have any updates for you. But otherwise she's good. She's good. She just hasn't had a lot of time to do a lot of stitching lately. And she might kind of be like not feeling her mojo right now either. I feel like I've heard that from a lot of people, especially over the summertime. Like people just don't stitch as much over the summertime because they're outside and they're busy doing other stuff and maybe traveling or stuff like that. So I don't think it's uncommon to kind of lose a little bit of that momentum in the summertime. I'm stitching, Sarah says she's stitching the gingerbread. You are. I love it. The gingerbread man. The fabric is so pretty. I love that needle minder. Oh, what did I? Oh, was it the Snoopy one, Trisha? I love Snoopy. I do. So sparkly, says Sarah. Use a friction pen and mark. I should do that. Ugh. Anything that takes me an extra step, I just try to avoid if I can. Clearly, I mean, I've made a lot of pillows and I've never typically not had a problem with it, but this time for some reason it got me. And I used a different ruler and I feel like it just wasn't as clear as some of the other rulers that I use. And so I should probably just use regular. Vita, thank you so much. Vita gave a chat. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate it. I don't even know what they're called. Is it a super chat? I don't even know. But thank you. I feel like I don't know all. She says, thanks, Angela, for all you do. Thank you, Vita. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Such a cute Santa. So sparkly. I have it in my cart and can't wait. I have been retired for a full week now. I thought I would be getting tons of stitching done. Somehow I have found tons of, I know. I mean, I think that is a real struggle, right? There are always so many things that need people's attention. I feel the same way. Like I am pulled in so many different directions. It's hard to focus. I love the desert opalescent. I ordered some from you when I saw your pillows. Would it work well for snowballs? Yes. I'm actually thinking about it for snowballs for sale, Margaret. So it's funny that you said that because for some reason, and this really bums me out because I would love to carry Lori Holt's fabric, especially her Lugana, because I really like stitching on Lugana. But for some reason, I can never get it. And so these patterns are released and the fabric that goes with it, I can't ever access. Like I can't get it. It's not coming to my supplier for, months. I think some of them aren't due until September. So I can't get it. So I always end up having to either wait to stitch the things until I can get the fabric that I want to stitch on, which I don't like doing because I don't like to keep you guys waiting and I like to stitch along with you guys. And so, or I have to find another fabric. And so that's what I've always had to do. Now, thankfully, all of the fabrics that I found, I've really liked. So the potato for Flea Market Flowers, I think looks really good. I was really happy with it. The first one that I ordered, I didn't care for, but that'll be in the shop. I didn't care for this stitch, but I cared for it as just a general background for other stuff, but I didn't like it for this specific stitch. So I'll put that in the shop and make it available. But, that kind of bums me out because I would like to be able to have the fabric to be able to give to you guys, but I can't get it. So then enter Desert Opalescent for snowballs for sale. And I thought, yes, I think that it would be beautiful with that. And that is actually what I'm thinking about stitching mine on. So funny that you should say that, Margaret. Trisha, yes, Snoopy Snowman. I love Snoopy. I'm a Snoopy fan. I love the potato. Lugana, says Margaret. Oh, good. I'm glad other people like it too. It's always a little, I always worry, like, okay, I hope people are happy with what they're getting. So that's really nice to hear, to get that feedback. Okay, now, I have one more thing. Well, I mean, I didn't get much done on my early Americans either. So I'm debating about if it's even worth sharing. But here is my early Americans. And I think I got a little bit, well, not this week, maybe last week. I got a little bit done on the Freedom. I still love this stitch. I love it. But clearly I'm very far behind because I have Paul Revere to do. And now Abigail Adams is who we're working on this month. So I've got some work to do on that one. But I'm determined to get that one done because I do really like it. When you stitch on 32 count, do you use one thread or two? Just wondering. I think you use one. Is that right? I don't often stitch on 32 count. I do have a 32 count stitch going right now, which is what I was just going to pull out and look for. I believe it's one. Oh, let me look. It's in this one. Hold on. It should be 1 if I am not mistaken. Oh, it's 2. It's 2. 36 and higher is 1. And of course, you can always do what you like to do. Like, you know, some people on 28 count, they stitch 1 over 1. I always like to, when I'm stitching on 28 count, I stitch 2 over 2. Some people have talked to me and depending on what they're stitching, they change up the amount of threads because they like it looks too full, or the needle is having a hard time going through the holes with how condensed the stitching is. So you can change that if you want to, but 32 count is 2 over 2. Yes. 36 and higher, like 36 through 40 would be 1 over 2. But 32 is 2 over 2. There ought to be a law against having to take your dog out during a live stream. Oh no, darn dog. You're welcome, Carla. Okay, you guys, I have new charts in the shop. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm excited to share these with you guys. All right, are you ready for some new charts that are in the shop? First up, this is by Puntini. I have when I think of July and when I think of August. These are pretty cute. So we have we have this whole series now through August. So January through August is available in the shop. They're pretty cute. I like them. So those are both in the shop. And this one was requested by Stephanie. It was so darling, and I hadn't heard of this designer before. And so I've always liked being introduced to a new designer. So this is by Sweet Wing Studio. The name of the designer is Susan O'Brien. And this is Home. Isn't it pretty? So this is in the shop right now. It's called Home, and it's by Sweet Wing Studio. So cute. Then, to add to my teeny tiny pillow collection, since fall is my favorite season, you can bet that I was going to add these to my teeny tiny pillow collection. So I now have Farm Girl Fall in the shop. It's in the shop. It's ready to ship. And yes, I will be making each of these into small pillows. For sure. Oh, and for those of you who were looking for Cafe au Lait by Fabric Flair, I just thought of it because that would be cute for this. Maybe I could get it in a Lugana. So for those of you who are looking for Cafe au Lait, 16 count Ada by Fabric Flair, I just listed a bunch of it in the shop. I got it all cut up and packaged yesterday. So it's listed in the shop now. It's one of my favorite cloths. Cafe au Lait by Fabric Flair, 16 count. Ooh, how big is that home stitch? Isn't it cute, Sam? This one is 72 by 48. So what does that make it? If you stitch it on 16 count, it'd be like what? 4 something by 3. 72. Yeah, 4.5 by 3 is what it would finish at if you stitch it on 16 count Ada or 32 count linen over 2. Oh my goodness, I have one. Well, Carla, you and I both. And so I added this to my last order finally. I don't know what took me so long. And I'm for sure making these into pillows. So it's here. Yay, look at that. I got something actually ahead of time. So home is 72 by 48. So it would finish on 16 count or 32 count over 2 at 4.5 inches by 3. Super cute. Okay, and then you guys, we must be like reading each other's minds right now because I've had these here for maybe a couple weeks, I'll be honest. They've been sitting here waiting for me to get them into the system. And over the last 2 weeks, I am not kidding you, at least a handful of you has reached out to me and said, have you ever thought about doing this as a stitch along, doing this series that I'm going to show you as a stitch along? And I was like, oh my gosh. To be honest with you, I don't know what my problem was, but I have not paid close attention to this series. I don't know why. I don't know what my problem is, but I haven't paid close attention to this series. And today, as I was putting them into the system, I love it. And part of what I love is the names of all of them. I love the names of all of them. I may need that with the Fabric Flare Cafe au lait, and I have the vintage. Oh, look at you on the ball, Sam. Will you have floss kits? If you contact me, I can do a special floss kit for you. So that's kind of how I've been doing floss kits, because I'm having a hard time keeping up with having them in inventory. So people usually contact me and say, hey, can you do a floss kit of this for me? And then I will do it. And usually they let me know, I'll just take what you have on hand if you don't have everything, or I can wait if you need to order stuff. And then I get it all together. And as soon as I get it together, then I get back to you and let you know it's ready to go. But that's kind of how I've been handling floss kits right now, just because we haven't been able to keep up with inventory. But I'm happy to make them for you if you just send me a request for that. Okay, so I've gotten lots of questions these last couple weeks, or a handful of questions these last couple weeks about having a stitch along for this. So tell me what you guys think, because I'm kind of loving these now that I've taken a good look at them. And before, I don't know why, I wasn't really paying attention to it. I know, I'm like totally dragging it out. Brandy's like, oh my gosh, could you please just tell us what you're talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about, Brandy? Do you have a guess? Okay, here it is. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to show them all at once, which I don't think I can hold them all at once. It's a series of 12. Oh my gosh. It's the Prim Stitch series, and it's a series of 12. And I don't know why. I apologize that I have not paid close attention to these, but they are adorable. And as I was putting these into the system today, all of the names really struck me. Like, if I were to make this, I would want to put the name of the stitch on my stitch. And I would want to frame them all in these colorful frames like Lori has done, and hang them all on the same wall together, like in 3 rows of 4 or 4 rows of 3, depending on where I hang them, or 6 rows of 2. But I love them. So let me tell you what these names are, and you will probably understand why I love them. Stitching All the Things with Lori. I love that series. I almost finished with it, Deborah. Oh my gosh. Yay, sis Carla. Hello, they are adorable. Carla, you were not the only one. I am not kidding you. I was contacted by a number of people last week who was like, they were all like, have you ever thought about doing a stitch along for this series? And I thought, oh, well, I hadn't really, but that would be fun. And then when I actually sat down to get them in the system today, I was like, oh my gosh, these are great. Like, I love them. Why wouldn't I? Totally saw where someone put them on all on one stitch. Super cute. Oh my gosh. I'm planning on finishing 3 rows of 4, almost finished. See, I love all of the colorful frames, and this is totally my color palette. Like, I love all of these colors. I might change a couple, but for the most part, I love all of the colors. And so it would make such a colorful, happy wall to have them all framed individually. I love it. Oh my gosh, I was just looking at those Prim when I pulled up Farm Girl Fall. I said too, Sam, I think I'd want to do that. My Prim is all on one, but I want to stitch them all separately. Yeah, and so the only thing that I would try to figure out how to add for me, I would love to put the names. And so here, let me just tell you the names, because the names are just perfect. And this is what I loved about the Prim collection, I'll be honest, by Lori Holt. When I read her her description of the fabric collection when it talked about, oh, I wish I could remember. Do I have it on here? Let me see if I can find it, because I'm not going to remember. And it was perfect as I was reading it. Something just come up for Prim, please. I know I had it in the kit. Is it still out there? Oh, I don't have the Prim kit out there. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't think I have it out here anymore. Oh, I'm so bummed. Because the description for this collection was really, really perfect. And I loved the collection just for the description. I don't think I have it on any of the yardage. Nope. Okay, so here are the names. Oh, okay. I have all the patterns. I've only gotten through most of the first one, but yeah, they are so neat. Margaret says, yes, I really want to do Prim. I already made a project bag for it. I bought the charts you had in stock. Count me in for a stitch along. I love it. Timmy says, I would do a stitch along. Excellent idea, says Brandy. Yes, I have seen it all on one fabric too. Mary says, I saw a post recently also with all on one finished as a small wall hanging. So now I'm considering restarting and doing it all together. Ooh, Valeria, Angela, the pattern Christmas calendar. Can you kit it for me? Yes, Valeria, I believe I can. Surely I can. Okay, so here we go. This first one, this is Prim Stitch Series number 1, and this is called Patriotism in Industry. Then Prim Stitch Series number 2 is called Joy and Contentment. I mean, just let that soak in a little bit. You know, let go of the stress that we've been talking about with so much stuff to do and so many things pulling you in different directions, and just focus for just a second on joy and contentment. Let that sink in for just a second. Right, Tana? I agree. I don't know what my problem was. I did not. And I will say that I feel like I go through cycles with my stitching. My stitching is cyclical. It is. So sometimes I'm like really into early Americans and I love stitching stuff like that. And then sometimes I'm really into, you know, happy stitches, kind of like this Prim series or Flea Market Flowers. And then sometimes I really love like the bee cross stitch, Shine On cross stitch. And then sometimes I really love the old, what is it called? Reproduction cross stitches that really draw me in and want me to stitch. So I feel like, thank goodness there are so many options out there, because it's good to have change every once in a while. And we've already established I really like change. Sometimes, not all the time. But this, yes. So right now I'm really feeling this Prim Stitch series. So this is number 3, and this is called Peace and Plenty. And I love the colors on the frames. This one is called, this is number 4, and it's called Kindness and Generosity. Some of these, as I was reading them today, it made me think of this group, like what this happy little stitch shop community of stitchers kind of represents, I feel, and I hope. So kindness and generosity, super cute. This one is called Beauty and Simplicity. I could make them into pillows, but for this one, for whatever reason, the colorful frame really attracting my attention to like a focal point on a wall. This is Sandy Cantrell. I'm in on the stitch along. Yay, Sandy. There's just so much product out there that ideas can sprout at any time. So much we can't keep up. That's so true. That's so true. And so I feel like my personality would let that really bog me down. And I'm trying to let that go as much as I can and just enjoy the process. So Part of what helps me with that is stitch alongs to try to stay on top of it. Right now, I'm just going to blame too much work, to be honest with you. That has caused me to fall behind in stitch alongs because I really do keep up with, I think the first stitch along that I started to fall behind on was Spooky Hollow. I think that's the first one. But prior to that, like Cottage of the Month, like I kept up with all of it. So I'm going to blame a lot happening in the shop on falling behind on some of that stuff, but stitch alongs really hold me accountable typically. And then other than that, I'm trying to just enjoy the process and not get too bogged down with all of that. Love this idea so much. Can see these hanging on my wall. Could this be part of the Lori Holt Club in some way? It could be. I did think about that today. The tricky thing is there are 12 patterns. And if we were going to do it in this first year, then we should already be doing it, So it's kind of late to start and still have it fall within the first year, which I guess it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to fall in the first year. So it could be part of the Lori Holt Club. That's an idea. You could leave the frame off the bottom and stitch the chart name. Yeah, yes. And yeah, I don't know. I think I would love to add the chart names in some way. Okay, I've lost where I'm at. There we are. The birds singing in the background are really adding to your present. Oh my gosh, can you hear that, Kim? That's so funny. I'm surprised you can't hear my neighbors getting a new roof put on, and there are guys yelling right now outside and banging and using the nail gun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I want to stitch all the things, and my leanings of what I like changes almost. I know it does. I change frequently as well, but maybe not exclusively. Right. Yes. Because I wouldn't want to leave other people out who aren't part of the club. So I'd have to figure that out, how to incorporate it as a perk for the club. So, okay. Next is number 6. This is Home and Hearth. So pretty. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you can hear the birds. I really wanted I love to have the windows open in my house. And so we've had a lot of air conditioning days because it's been very, very hot here. And so when I looked up the weather and I saw that it was supposed to be so nice and not humid, I was like, oh, I'm going to open the windows, let some fresh air into this house. This will be good. And so now you get all the outdoor noises as part of our live stream. This one is number 7, and it's called Faith and Endurance. This was another one of my favorite names. And look, it's a church. I love it. Faith and Endurance. Number 8 is called Pleasant and Gentle. My kids would probably not think that this is fitting for me on some days. Mom, today you are not pleasant or gentle. Well, this one is number 9. It's called Welcoming and Cheerful. Hopefully how you feel when you're on this live stream with me. Welcoming and Cheerful. This next one is number 10, and it's called Love and Friendship. Also, hopefully how you feel when you join me for a live each week. And number 11, now, some of you who have been keeping up with this better than I have, has number 12 released yet? Because I did not see number 12 available. But number 11 is called Gratitude and Grace. And I love this one because I am a stickler for gratitude. I mean, I really am. I talk to my husband about this almost every day to try to help him see the light of gratitude. And I talk to my children about this quite often because you have got to, in some way, find gratitude in your life every day. Gratitude and grace. Definitely, says Kelly. Yes, it's been out, says Deborah. Okay, so the only one I'm missing then is 12. So I have to get 12. But I have 1 through 11 in the shop. That's it. That is what I have for you today, my friends. Don't they just make you want to bust out your shapes, right? I know. Yeah, the so simple shapes to make. I know, because they're just like the quilt blocks. I love it. I love it in the stitch form. I love it. So I'm excited about the possibility of a stitch along for that. Okay, so let me show you. Next week is Lori Club Live. Yes, it is. Okay, so for any Lori Holt Club members, Stitching with Lori Club members, the registration has closed. It closed on the 5th at the end of the day. And we have so many people as part of this club. My mind is like blown a little bit that this idea has turned into such an exciting community. I'm really, really excited about it. But we have our final team. Our team is complete because registration is closed. So we have our team for the year, and I'm really, really excited about it. So we kicked it off this month in July. We've got some fun things going on, which I'm really excited about. And I really hope. So the introductory email has been sent out with all of the information. It was a very long email with lots of information about the club and calendar points for July. I really hope that people participate in our stitch swap. So each month that Lori releases a fabric collection, which happens in July and in December each year, we will try to do some type of community activity that goes along, if it can, with the collection that she's releasing. So for this month, in the month of July, Lori is releasing Stitch, which I love. Oh my gosh, I love it. And it's going to be coming this month to the shop, and I'm really, really excited about it. And so our community activity for this month is going to be a stitch swap to kind of go along with the theme of Stitch. And I've had people reach out to me with some of their ideas, and I'm excited about what people are planning. And I think it's going to be so fun to stitch something up and then gift it to another person who will love it and appreciate it. So I really hope that people sign up through that link that I emailed to you for our stitch swap and have fun with it and just enjoy it and have fun. And we'll talk more about it on the 15th. So on the 15th, we're having our first Lori Holt monthly live, which I think I can close off to only club members. I think there's a way that I can do that, that the link is private. And so it will just be us. It won't be open to the public. So I'm excited about that, and we can talk about the club more there, and we can get into just kind of getting together and having fun talking about Lori Holt stuff. And then you guys can actually help me keep up on stuff that I seem to be missing here and there by telling me what you're looking for and stuff like that. So the 15th, mark your calendars, Lori Holt club members, Stitching with Lori club members, mark your calendars for the 15th, and be sure that you tune into that live so we can kick off this club for the year. Number 12 is Heart and Hand, I think it's called. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Kelly says, thumbs up before you leave, please. Yes, everybody give us a thumbs up. Okay, before I forget and get off of here without doing the giveaway, I've put together a little bit of a bundle for the giveaway for next week. And so here's how you get to be entered into the giveaway, into the drawing. Number 1, subscribe to our Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel, which is right here. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Number 2, follow Happy Little Stitch Shop on Instagram and Facebook. And then number 3, there's a question in the description below. Answer that question in the comments section after the video is done. Answer the question in the comments section. And everybody who answers the question in that comment section and subscribes and follows us on Facebook and Instagram gets entered into a drawing like this for the prize. Oh, my nose is itchy. Our church does this for meetings. Oh, good. So I do know what I'm talking about a little bit. Yes, 7:30 Central Standard Time. That is right. Yes. So I'm going to send a link that will be a private link. Okay, so this will be the prize for next week. The question for this week is, what is your favorite Happy Little Stitch Shop stitch along that you are doing right now? What is your favorite stitch along that you are participating in right now that you seem to be getting the most enjoyment from? And this question came to me today because I was kind of going through that back and forth of, oh, I feel like stitching this now, and then I feel like stitching this, and kind of, jumping back and forth between different stitching styles. So I was just curious, what do people seem to enjoy the most right now? And that might motivate me to get back into stuff. Okay, so this is the prize for next week. You get a little bundle. It's got 2 pieces of cross stitch fabric in it. So a little bundle of cross stitch fabric. You get this cross stitch chart that's called Let's Thank Someone. Somebody won this actually a few months ago because I have a few of these to give away. And they stitched this up for their child's teacher. And it was beautiful. They loved it. So this is part of the bundle. You also get a little Moda notebook with some little note paper in there. And a Happy Little Stitch Shop Zappy Dots Needle Nanny. Look at that. So this is the little bundle of goodies that you will win next week when I do a drawing, if you follow all of those things that I just told you about. Subscribing, following, answering a question below. Now, I was the one that, oh yes, Margaret. Fun chart, she says. I couldn't remember who it was. Now we are going to do this one. This is the giveaway for today. My daughter wrote down all of the names for me today. Oh, Valeria, I'll have to look at that for you. I can resend it to you. That's an awesome bundle, says Deborah. Thank you. Okay, who's the winner of the bag? And then once I draw your name, please be sure that you contact me. Because oftentimes people just jump on here and they might answer something, but they don't watch next week. So then they don't contact me to claim the prize. So be sure that if you see this, you contact me to let me know that you are claiming this prize. If I don't hear from you within the week, then this will be available again. I'll do another drawing from this same bowl next week. The winner of this beautiful bag is Judy Strong. Judy, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. You have won this beautiful bag made by Serenity Puffenberger and donated to Happy Little Stitch Shop as a giveaway. So congratulations, Judy. Please send me an email, happylittlestitchshop@gmail.com, to claim your prize, and then I can get this out the door to you. Congratulations, Judy. I'm very, very excited for you. Do you like the needle minder, Carla? So my hope is to eventually offer a Happy Little Stitch Shop needle minder. But I want it to look more like Beverly's needle minders. I really like Beverly's needle minders. But maybe this would be good enough because they can do this pretty easily. They made these for me just for fun. But that's the Happy Little Stitch Shop needle minder. So maybe that would be good enough for people. I don't know. Judy, you're here. Yeah, just send me an emails to kind of nudge me to get this out the door to you. Just make sure if you could send me an email with your contact information, which I think I have it all in the system, but then I can verify that it's going to the right place. Yay, Judy, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. Okay, so everybody have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for joining me this week and hanging out with me today. And next week, I will pull quilt kits that are available in the shop and ready to ship. And hopefully we'll have lots more stuff to talk about next week. But have a wonderful, wonderful week. Congratulations, Judy. Thank you so much to all of you for your positivity and encouragement and just coming to hang out with me. I missed you guys over these last few days when I've been busy and when I was gone for a little bit. So I'm looking forward to trying to connect with you guys more. Have a lovely day to all of you as well, Brandy. And we'll see you next week on Thursday Same time, 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on our Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel. Be sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week. Happy stitching.